about to go down.
Lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skill by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo will win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett, and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello out there and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Sports Orbit, coming to you from the Leadership Podcast Studio. My name is Afa Acho, and Salifu Usman is right here with me to analyze all the topics we have on ground today. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit once again.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be back again. And how do you feel?
Yes, not too impressed. Happy that we at least did what we needed to do to
the playoffs.
To the playoffs. Needed to do what we do, but not excited about the standard of play, just like a lot of sports analysts out there are completely disappointed. But well, let's see what the NFF will have in store between now, AFCON, and before we play off the match.
Well, let's go into the proper and let's see what will happen. Just like so good for NFL, what they'll do. But definitely, I see them doing not.
On this episode of Sports Orbit, we have a lot in store for you. Of course, the Super Eagles in the news. By December 18th of December 2021, Super Eagles, after scrapping that qualifier into the playoffs, will know who they are going to come against in when the draws are held on the 18th of December 2022. Of course, 2021 rather. Of course, Rivers Angels also emerged as champions of the MBBL Super 8. We have some table tennis also, and of course, other World Cup stories in this wonderful episode of Sports Orbit. So, we'll begin with Super Eagles foes, in the playoffs after narrowly qualifying, scrapping to qualify for the playoffs on the 18th as the draws for the playoffs will be made. And just to remind you that so far the teams who are qualified for the playoffs are, of course, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and of course Super Eagles of Nigeria, in addition to Egypt, Ghana, Mali, Cameroon, and Democratic Republic of Congo. But interestingly, of all these teams, 9 other teams who have qualified, we are likely not to meet any of Morocco, Algeria, or Tunisia because they are also seeded. But when the playoffs are ahead, we'll likely be meeting either Egypt, Ghana, Mali, Cameroon, or Democratic Republic of Congo rather. Listening to a couple of sports programs today, I heard some analysts, some were selecting who they prefer to meet during the playoffs. I recall an analyst who was saying that he would prefer if Nigeria meets maybe Mali and Congo. To him, he feels of all the teams on seeded, he feels these are the teams who are the pushover. But I said, but looking at these 10 teams, Salifu, is there any team that's a pushover?
Definitely, there's no more pushovers in African football. And at the same time, if anybody is making a mistake that we pray, we thank God. God I've also heard many a lot of saying, thank God we are going to avoid Senegal, we are going to avoid Tunisia, we are going to avoid Morocco, we are going to avoid Algeria. But who tell you the remaining other 4-5 teams that were not seeded? For instance, Egypt, Ghana, Cameroon, Mali, and Congo are all to not minor. For any team that have qualified to scrap through the qualified group stage to get to this stage, is no more. It's no more. I think this is the tougher position we are at the moment. So by the draw, we may likely go to face Ghana, likely go to face Egypt, Cameroon, or either Mali or Togo. So for anyone to select that, I pray I face Mali or I face DR Congo. if you are going to be supporter. All you need to do, all we need to do is to put our house in order. Because all we need to do is to put our house in order. But if you look at the way we play against these group stages, if you take that kind of game we play, particularly what happened yesterday, to the next round, I'm afraid what we likely to defend Nigeria. But because if you look at that match yesterday, aside Osimhen, who was
the only person
aside Osimhen, who was completely marking on the initial on the given defense, I think that we survived that yesterday. We should give all the credit to Osimhen, because he was able to keep the cage on their toe and their defense. If not, all of our the rest was just off duty.
And credit to him, he was man of the match.
Yeah, and he deserved everything. So just like for anybody, some people are already calling for the head of General, just as you normally call for General. I'm very disappointed. I'm here to understand why the Nigerian Football Federation still choose to die and whine with General. Out of 200 million Nigerians, all the football fans in this country, all the analysts, anywhere you discuss football, I've never, except one single Nigerian, except one so Joe Clifford, that is always in defense of General. I've never seen anybody in defense of General. And even like your one is the code why he's always backing him. Apart from him, and maybe his cohort in the NFL. I've never seen any single Nigerian outside the NFL football that has come out to speak that this man is a coach. So you can't have the kind of players, the quality we have at the moment, and we are strong to win a match against a Caven. We are strong to win a match against Liberia. We're strong to play against Central Africa. Central Africa even came in and beat us. So we're just lucky yesterday that what happened against Central Africa didn't repeat itself yesterday. If you look at the last end of the match, Super Eagles were very more conscious. They feared.
Yeah,
That
because
even more whether they are the defender that flop they would have won that match yesterday.
So now, looking at this whole team will likely meet in the playoffs, it's sad to know that at this stage of Nigerian football, we've gotten to a point where a whole Super Eagles of Nigeria will now be scared of. In the past, these teams would have been the ones who should be saying, we pray not to meet Nigeria. But Super Eagles, we've gotten to a point where Nigerians are now jittery and now saying, we hope we avoid so and so team. Let's rather meet this team. This team, we might likely beat them. That's to tell you that in spite of the talent we have on display in the Super Eagles, there's something seems to be wrong. Someone drew my attention to something today. He said, when Stevie Keshi won the Nations Cup in 2013, do you remember the players he won that Nations Cup with?
Of course.
That team, if any of those players were around today, a lot of those players will not be able to break into this team. They were very average players. The likes of Sunday Mba, the likes of Kenneth Omero, who can't even find a regular playing time in this current Eagles, where the players Stevie Keshi took.
Like God from this are the defense.
Exactly.
But for this time, our defense line were inexperienced defenders.
Completely.
Because after the match, Kenneth Omero edged out Yobo. And then after they removed Yobo from the defense, the remaining defense line were inexperienced, except the only this guy Ederson in the Sigil. Ederson was playing to the left. Omero and Ognapo were playing the 4 and 4. Were just inexperienced local player who do have no experience. But Keshi was able to manage those players. And at the same time, let me tell you, apart from the first 11 on the pitch, if you check the bench, you can't see just like we have now. Just unlike the way we have now. If you remove the first level on the bench, the first level on the pitch, the second those on the bench cannot form another level. But today, Super Eagle, apart from the first 11, the both on the bench are also another good first 11. You can imagine that's what we were talking yesterday. We have a team at the moment that even a Debo will not make a substitute bench. Online of the Torino or cannot even make a substitute bench. That's to tell you the depth and the quality individual talent that we have. But to harness these players is lacking the problem. And somebody said this call Genetron is still to be our coach. For goodness, for crying loud. For what?
And the sad part is, are we saying we don't have coaches in Nigeria? For me, I've said several times, give an Amunike this team. I'm telling you, this team, he'll perform better than, because I really don't see any tactical input. Gennard Raw.
There's no
If Gennard Raw, some analysts have said, if Gennard Raw leaves this Super Eagles job, it will be difficult for him to get any coaching job in Africa. And I agree. Because
Anyway,
you spend
you can't
6 years. Yeah, he's currently the longest serving Super Eagles coach we've had.
Yeah.
If I can remember, he's been there almost 6 years now. Even West Ham didn't spend up to 6 years.
No.
So how long does Gennard Raw need for him to stay in the saddle, for him to build a team? If after 6 years of staying, you can't give us a team that will be going out to play a match and everybody will be convinced that at least we are going to do well. How long do you need? He doesn't need any more time, in my opinion.
It doesn't need any more. And I look at it, for instance, if you look at the qualified process, Algeria have got almost 32 matches
Competing. Yeah.
I think Morocco secured their qualification 100%, score 20 goals, win all the 6 matches, and concede only 1 goal. That is to tell you the quality of the team, and that should tell you if you are coming to face an opponent, that should tell you the record of the. That's the record. It's intimidating. That's how the like of Super Eagles supposed to be. I can't imagine we play a Super Eagles play against a like of Liberia, the like of Central Africa, the like of Cape Verde. In all these matches,
in fact, we had the weakest group, so to speak, on paper. Yes. Compared to the group that Cameroon and the likes of them found themselves in.
To qualify.
So, I'm still on the Super Eagles where Gennard Raw this time, in spite of the uninspiring display Igalo put up yesterday, he has still come to say that he believes that the partnership between Osimhen and Igalo, in his opinion, he's trying to tell us that this is the word he wants to use as his partnership moving forward, an Igalo and Osimhen partnership, appealing to Nigerians to give Igalo some time, that he was out of the team for a while, so he can come into the team and make a serious impact. Not to recall that because of this Igalo's inclusion, look at how the players, Iheanacho didn't get enough playing time. Onuachu was on the bench, came in almost about at the 87th or 86th minute about. So because of his return into the team, he has completely disrupted the balance of the team. And you are still saying you want to form an Igalo Osimhen partnership. Once you have been talking of forming either an Osimhen or Iheanacho partnership or Onuachu. So now, where the likes of Samuel Chukwueze and the rest of them, what becomes of them in the team?
You know, I think just like keep on saying, there's something in this Igalo deal that most Nigerians don't get. Because I can't, because just like I keep on saying, I don't see the need to bring Igalo out of the time to come and play. And if you and we have been indicated yesterday, we saw what he did yesterday. There's nothing, any little contribution to say that that's what Igalo has done this yesterday. And for coach to still telling us that what he's saying is presenting our mind that okay, either you like it or not, the Igalo you see today has come to stay, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. But if it's that, but I pray if that I pray this will backfire. But because we can't have a player who are informed players who are playing in week out. Have a player like Kelechi play for Leicester City, play every weekend, backing in goal. We have a player Paul and doing well in his club. Don't even remember we were talking about Sadiq Omar playing who cannot even have his space. You want any color? Who cannot even any color?
Certain time when he was even frozen out of the team,
and you attend somebody who has retired of the club, just went to Saudi Arabia to play for a retirement for his retirement benefit. You bring him out and you see you are edging out active, mobile, talented players for him to say that you are telling them that his partner and he's going to form a combo. Who's kind of combo?
Because he's breaking plans, because he said, I'm sure for the AFCON we can prepare with these two players a more harmonious striker. So he's trying to tell Nigerians that he's already made up his mind that moving forward, Igalo is back in team and back to say, because you're already making plans for Igalo for the AFCON to pair these two as striking partners.
Well, we're not wishing the team to be destroyed, to destroy all this, right? But I see this thing going to backfire. But even like yesterday, even Ahmed Mustafi is the captain of the team. He regular substitute because of the gap, Musa could never have his speed to even come in as a substitute. And I think definitely even within the team, they're going to be in crisis very soon. But what the Gallo coming in have already destroyed the cohesion and everything plan. Yes, the generation will not play, and again Musa, who is always coming as a substitute, will not have his speed to come in as a substitute. I don't know how he's going to manage, and I hope this will not backfire. But I think somebody should be able to dare to call the general to order. If not, he's going to put the 2 million Nigerians in shock. Because if God forbid, God is God that forbid this. If not, if we have lost that match, only God would have known what would happen to many Nigerians who are so passionate about football, who are so passionate about their team. What have happened to them between yesterday and now? And
we hope that the NFF will do the needful and call general order. The inclusion of Igalo clearly has disrupted plans of the Super Eagles.
I don't. Anybody can call interference or anybody goes, but I don't think the Minister of Youth and Sport should be able to take the ball by the horn. If it means taking this matter to the president, let the president call them to order and take a decision. We can't. It has happened before. There was a time it has happened before about to kill Amodu, Shaibu Amodu of blessed memory. Qualified for the World Cup. That was the 2010 World Cup. But because Nigerians, because the way it was scrambled to qualify, our qualification was not too convincing. That was 2010 World Cup in South Africa. Our qualification was not too convincing, even though when Lulu insisted. Against every Lulu insisted that our model must go to the World Cup. But the federal government, the then federal government said, no, if we must go to the World Cup, because there was a presidential task force headed by the Prime Minister of Transport, Roto Miami, who was then the governor of Rivers State, headed that presidential task force for the World Cup. I said, no, we can't struggle to qualify, and you say we are still going to the coach. If we can do something to our own coach in Nigeria, who is the German? That we cannot do is cannot give us that we cannot do it with him. But the then federal government take the board and say, no, Lulu, you must let Amadu be and bring out. That was how last Lagabat was brought in to take the team to the World Cup in South Africa. So I think the federal government, the Minister of Finance, to have to take action, because every decision rests on this one. It's the custody of sport in this country, and it must have up this country. We should not allow the NFF to mess up the will of many Nigerians.
All right, we still have so much in store for you on Sports Orbit, but we'll bring you that and many more. Of course, River Supers, as you all know, are the champions of the NBBF Final 8. We still have some other World Cup stories. There's transfer news also in the package. That and many more we'll bring to you when we come back from this short break. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that short break, and we're back to Sports Orbit. Straight Reverse Hoopers emerged NBBF Final 8 champion. As we all are aware, yesterday the Reverse Hoopers basketball team emerged winners of the 2021 Super 8 Men's Basketball Premier League. Telefo, the Super 8 started some time ago, and finally, just like many had predicted, a lot of analysts had projected the Hoopers to emerge champions, especially with the kind of quality they had in the team. And no surprise that the Hoopers have emerged champions.
Yeah, congratulations to the River Hoppers. And it shows that the River Hoppers have come of age. They have come to take the Nigerian football, Nigerian basketball by storm. And I think the old forces, like the like of Kano Pillars, Para Falcons, and they need to go.
But they played Gombe Bulls in the finals.
They played Gombe Bulls. One of our friends is that they need to go more and dig deeper into their knowledge. If not, because the River Hopper has come to outshine them. So, and congratulations to the River Hoppers. And if you and I'm asking how to use of it, but also commend the Minister of Youth Sport to take it by the action. Although many people have criticized his decisions to organize this so far, but at least if not because of his initiative, we do have no foot in the champion of the Nigerian basketball now. And at least within this 1 week, I think it is more like within this 1 week, go to the national stadium. You see it's like a carnival life for the players who have been in the shadow, who have been in idle for almost 4 years. You can see the excitement in the player and other stakeholders who are within the basketball environment. And kudos to the ministers for this initiative. And at least they are given an opportunity to have the champions of Nigeria. And now this River Hopper for the second time they are going to represent Nigeria in the Basketball Africa League. So that is good. And congratulations to River. And I think during this River Hoppers, just like they see, because the criteria for playing in the Basketball Africa League, you still need to bring in foreign players, for Nigerian who are playing external players into your team. So that means they are going to qualify that team to be able to be a good representative in African basket league. So congratulations to the Hoppers, and also congratulations to Gombe, and then the Kano Pillars also to semi-final. So kudos. So I think it was a good game. Even the Nigeria Custom who also qualified for this, they also did well. So congratulations for all the team, and I think that the Minister of Youth and Sport will also use this opportunity to ensure that yes, it might have organized this league, and I think it should rest on the squad that day. At the end of the day, going to organize the league, but it should need to do that to ensure that the crisis in the basketball, it is also his duty to organize the league. So it should go for a deep further. So the crisis in the basketball is finally settled. So you can have a running league. But what we just have, we can't call it a league, just like a tournament.
Exactly. Because for me too, in my opinion, I think now that the NBBF Final 8 is done and dusted, I think the focus of the ministry and every basketball stakeholder should be in resolving the lingering crisis in the NBBF. I think if that is resolved, we'll see how elections can be held, and let's move forward with our basketball. Enough of all these crises, and it's time to give peace a chance. Still on to the next story, which is table tennis. Of course, Quadri Olajide and 3 others have been set to take part in the table tennis World Championship that'll be coming up from the 23rd actually next week, 23rd to 29th of November in Houston, United States. Of course, Quadri will lead the quartet of Olajide Omotayo, Bode Abiodun, Edem Effiong, and Celia Akpan to the tournament. These are top players when it comes to when it comes to table tennis. What do you make of this invitation, and what do you expect to see from their performance?
Well, it's just an invitational tournament, but these are their top tennis players, and they prove that when they get there, they will be able to do well. And it's also an opportunity for them to learn. But to learn more, one more dot, because it's not only them that are going to play in the national, other players from other countries are also coming to. So kudos to them, and the players will be good. and do Nigeria proud. That's all I can say about that.
Especially because we all know what happened to our team. So
This
competition
to rewrite our
exactly.
so that no, we are not yet done. Do not believe that the country we see them is finished. So for him again to bounce back.
Absolutely. Right, now going on to football still, where Liverpool will be missing the trio of Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, and of course Naby Keita due to the African Cup of Nations, which will be held in January. And of course, former Super Eagles captain JJ Okocha has come to say that yes, in spite of these three players who will be going for international duty in January, it will be a big loss for Liverpool, but he believes that Liverpool have enough, in their squad to make up for the absence of these players during that period of time. Do you think he's right? Do you really think Liverpool will be able to cope? Will Liverpool still be able to keep up the momentum that we've seen them keep up with, with the way they started the league? Would this not disrupt some of their plans for January, which we all know the form of Mohamed Salah, especially this season? As soon as he has discovered the form he had the first season he came to Liverpool, he's absolutely brilliant. And for Liverpool to miss him in January, that would be a big blow.
It's a terrible, it's going to be a big blow. Missing your key two strikers and one of the key midfielders is going to be a terrible one for Liverpool. Although I agree with Sosie that Liverpool may not totally collapse, but they are going to feel the absence of these three players. And I don't know. Sometimes the way we think in this part of the cup, I don't know what's a problem. Because even during JJ Okocha, when they were playing for Boston and the like of Kano, when they were playing African players in the Premier League, most African players have cried, even the lack of Samuel Eto's did the rubber, and several of them have cried about the timing of African Cup. But I don't know why CAF keep on insisting on holding African Cup at the peak of the season. January is a peak of every season, for every club. And so withdraw their player till they are not to play.
Some years ago, the excuse CAF gave was because of the climate conditions in Africa, because of the weather in Africa, that if you move it anytime beyond January, you move it further, that rainfall and all of that. Games are played during the rainy season. So is that an excuse?
It's just that Africa we have decided to always live in the back, to stay in the backward. In the technology era, in 21st century, we are still giving an excuse that we can't have a pitch that is water that cannot stand a table of water that we can play much during the summer. No, it is only in Africa that you play the competitions in the January when the league season is on. No, it's apart from even the club, it's also affecting the players.
Definitely.
I remember even the device of Mikel Obi. So in fact, if they come, anytime they leave their club and came back from it will take them very hard, except you are very strong to get back into the team.
Of course.
To get back to the team, because we think that time in your absence, the club, the coach might have found and saw somebody who may up to and
who may even do better than they do.
It always even they call through the tour and the when they were absent. They also find this as winner people, even as winner, keep on complaining. It's not good to go Africa Cup.
Exactly.
Okay, the last edition who was held in Egypt in the summer. I think it benefited everybody, and everyone was excited. Why can't it sustain that, and you are bringing it back to January? You are trying to weaken the value of your African players, because for any player to sign African player, they're going to have a team. For instance, our own Osimhen, Napoli Osimhen is a big asset of Napoli. And Napoli is counting on him every week. Now we are going to withdraw him from the club for January, almost 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So we are trying to weaken the value of African players. So any club to sign an African player, you need to think of this, that is the attitude that they normally go for. African Cup of January, when at the peak of the season.
We hope Liverpool and other teams who have African players, of course, Watford is.
But Africa need to take a decision on it.
Of course, they can't keep in because we keep doing
we can't completely
purposes. So we need to align our football in such a way that it fits the football league in Europe and other places, just so everything will just go according to plan.
You see South America withdraw their players, they are going to withdraw their players during the league since they are going to play the competition.
So still on the World Cup qualifier, where the match between South Africa and Ghana on Sunday did well because South Africa has written a complaint to FIFA to complain about the referee. Actually, while I heard this news, I saw some of the highlights of the game, and I actually think that it's something FIFA needs to look into. Yes, the penalty was awarded towards the end of the game, but looking at that game, it was too soft to be a penalty. And South Africa are complaining. This kind of incident happened before against Senegal. And of course, there was a replay of which Senegal went on to win. So they are appealing to FIFA, and FIFA has said they received the formal appeal and they are going to look into it. Once again, still brings us back to things that happen in Africa. African referees. Because truly, I watched that game. It was too soft for me to be a penalty. And in this kind of serious game like a World Cup qualifier, you should know that the tensions will be high. Awarding a penalty that wasn't what a penalty in the real sense of it at that time of the game was not just the right thing. And what is stopping Africa from adopting VAR? Why is it that Africa we are always lagging behind? The world has gone ahead. Too much controversies have happened in football, especially regarding officiating. That's why this FIFA said, okay, let's use technology in football. Every confederation around the world has adopted use of technology, but Africa is refusing to adopt VAR.
And when you went to the World Cup, to play the World Cup, your team is going to be subjected to VAR.
Yes.
Why can't you test run it from your players and your club? Your team should be used to the VAR. Because I don't know why we always African. They call us African because we are black. We keep up to do something blackly. I don't notice what is happening in this part of the world. That to keep on doing something, and at the same time, that is telling you, even the yellow card was given to Wilfred. Yes, if you want that match, it's not. It doesn't deserve it. It doesn't deserve it. Ordinarily, Wilfred, because if you see that he dropped up with a great player, but if you look at it ordinarily, Wilfred should really be the one to be even protected, not even be the victim of the situation of that tackle yesterday. Because he was right to be protected. But I told you, the yellow referee went and gave me a yellow card yesterday. So this has all the things we are doing in Africa. And if that decision was so to be tested under the VAR yesterday, it wouldn't deserve that yellow card.
So CAF really needs to look into this VAR issue. Technology has made
we have a new management in CAF. Patrick Motsepe with all he has with this technology, with this idea, he should come up with a new innovation to align our football with the rest of the world. But what we are doing in Africa is not football. It's only in Africa we say we can't play wearing this for. It's only in Africa we say where people are going there. We say no, we are going right. So we are going there. People are going for. So we are going for. People are going for.
Watch the games that will be being live to millions of people, and the referee will be there officiating what it feels like. I really think CAF needs to look into this VAR. So finally, on the last story we have today is, of course, Arsenal are ready to offload for just £5 million. There are grounds to place that he hasn't really lived up to the expectations they had when they bought him. Yes, he has shown some flashes of brilliance here and there, but truly, for the amount he was bought, the hierarchy at Arsenal believes that Pepe hasn't really repaid the Gunners faithful in full.
Bad market fast. That's bad man. You bought a player for £75 million. You're selling that a loss of £50 million.
No, because at this rate, who will be willing to buy a Pepe for even 50 million? So that's why sometimes you just sell the player and cut your losses.
Even if £5 million not it's difficult to say player to lose.
It's difficult.
The club that lose the price tag. But me, I think that Pepe is a good player. But I still believe that it's not being used the way it's supposed to be used. The coming of this person that they feel that there's no need for him.
Sometimes there are some players who sometimes not like they're not good players, but sometimes
depending on the decision of the coach.
How the coach uses them, and sometimes the league generally does not really favor some players like that, and you see them, they move to another club and they explode. So, all right, viewers, this is where we'll come to the end of this exciting episode of Sports Orbit. We'll be back tomorrow with another wonderful episode yet again, reaching you live from the Leadership Podcast Studio, Salifu. Thank you for being here with me once again on this episode of Sports Orbit.
Thank you so very much.
All right, viewers, until we come your way tomorrow, my name is Afa Acho, and I'm saying stay safe out there, and bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.